hardest to deal with. I think the hardest thing to deal with will be Sparrow, because he's a very movement-oriented character, especially with the double jump, so anytime you ever run into somebody who's super heavy, crazy movement, like, multiply that by 10 of, like, if you're annoyed by it. Because, like, I mean, I can double jump off a wall. I can just jump in midair. You know, you can be walking on the ground, you can just do a double jump. So it's really, the movement there is nutty. And his is basically a more fluid version of what Vantage is right now. Like, this is more, we talked about it yesterday, this is more Titanfall movement. Like, this is just straight up, this is exactly what you can do in Titanfall. With the, you know, the double jumping off walls and everything. If anybody's ever played Titanfall. I played Titanfall 2. I've never played Titanfall 1, but I did play Titanfall 2, like, the whole campaign, and he feels exactly like it. So I think people understanding Sparrow and how to fight not only with him, but against him, is going to be very, very, very important. And that, like, I talked about that yesterday, that's kind of with any legend. Like, any new legend that comes out, the curve of understanding the legend, whether you're playing them yourself or you're fighting against them, and just being able to really just think ahead and know, like, hey, they have a Sparrow, you know, they're probably going to have the arrows, they're probably going to have the, like, you know, just trying to think like the enemy in a way, I think is something that is going to take, it's definitely going to take time. And then also, like, with his ult, you can shoot out his ult, so you gotta know, like, hey, I can shoot the ult out. And I'm pretty sure you can also shoot out his tactical arrows. Because I'm pretty sure I've done that too. Yeah, so I think. I can't remember if I did yesterday. But you can shoot out his ult. I know that for a fact. Yeah, I think everybody getting used to the bow being back on the ground too is going to be interesting, especially with the fact that you can charge it up. So yeah, so that's that, and then so I can go over his tactical stuff again and his ult. So here, let me do this upgrade. Okay, so with his tac, like I said when we were reading the patch notes, there is a bubble that shows up on it. So you're seeing the radius of it. So these two bots are going to pop up in it, and it's going to tell me exactly how far away they are. And then they also do have a purple hue that follows them. So even if your tracker is, like, gone, like, which it is, they still have this hue on them. And that was a solid, you know, that was a good amount of time. And so you can see that hue. You can see that hue through buildings. So here, let me see if... Is there a bot that spawns in a building somewhere? Okay. So with this little bot, right? I'm gonna throw this down. Okay, it shows him. Okay, and then my arrow's gone. It's gone now, right? My tactical's gone. I can still see him. Through the building, I can still see the purple hue. So that is important to know, that you can still track him for a good amount of time after you throw the tactical. And then for his upgrades, so what we read, so you can either do speed boost, or you can do 1 extra charge, and you get the max of 2 traps, so you can put 2 down. I'm going to do the speed boost. So I'll show you the speed boost. So speed boost. So I got my tactical. I'm going to throw it. And I get that speed boost as soon as I walk up to him. Throw it again. You have to be, you're pretty close to him before you get the speed boost. Like, you're basically on top of him. But that's for the second tier, for everything. His kit is really nice. It's super nice. And then here, so here's Here's the third one. Okay, so we talked about this one in the patch notes. So you can either pick it so where the ultimate recovers health and shield with the enemies, or you get to have 3 charges for the ult, but the radius is smaller. So before I even do that, so I'm gonna throw the ult. Just gonna throw it right here. Alright, we see the radius. That's the radius. Alright. And then... Isn't there an ult charge somewhere? Or do I just straight up have to use accelerants? Here, let's see this real quick.
I can't let the good upgrade go to waste. What to choose?
Okay, I'm gonna pick the radius one so you can see the radius size. So I've got 3 ult charges, then throw in the same spot. Radius is much smaller. It doesn't even hit this guy. That's how small it is. So show it again. Much smaller. So technically, if you want, you can just throw 3 ults, just boom, 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 like right beside each other, if you really want to. Or, yeah, you can throw one here, throw one on a team over there, throw one on a team over there. As long as they're, you know, close enough. That's why I said in E district, like a place where you're gonna have buildings where they're really right beside each other, and you don't need a big one, that would be a perfect way to use that. Okay, so there's that, and then let's go back and... Oh no, here. So we're gonna go back and let's do... So, I can show you the other one too, so... Just get extra charge on that. And then, yeah, you can have a max of 2. So, that one went away because I threw that one down. So, you can have 2 up. And then, we'll go to the other one, so... Why are we like this, bro? Wait, I'm gonna get this. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So, the ult. So, we're gonna pick the health siphon one. I'm gonna go... Try to get more of them in the thing. Or is there more over there? Let's go over here. Since you two guys are like right beside each other. So, I picked for it to re-heal my health and my shield when I throw my ult in it. So, boop. So that did not take many ticks to heal me back to full health off of 3 of them because of that big radius. So yeah, you could be like, say you're trying to hit a bat, this other team is pushing you, like you don't have time, throw your ult, they're all in it. It does take a second for it to start ticking them, but if it's able to like hold out a little bit, like maybe, you know, you're on the top floor, they're on the bottom floor. Maybe if you throw it and they're walking in and they're trying to find out where you are, that's insane. Or if they're out in the open, you throw it out in the open, hide behind some cover if you can, a couple ticks, and you're good to go. You don't even have to hit a bat. You don't have to worry about that. And that only works for him. It doesn't work for his teammates or anything, just for you. So I think that's absolutely insane. So his ult is really, 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 really good. And there's multiple ways you can play that. And so some of the gun changes. So for the wingman's back on the ground. Got a skull piercer back on it, and you can also have a laser sight on it. So that with the skull piercer being back. I'm gonna have to get used to a wingman again because I have not been touching the wingman. But it's gonna be really strong. So it would be super smart to pick up a wingman. Even if you're not used to it. Which I'm not. Wingman has never really been like a strong gun for me, like as far as like me personally. I used to be better with it on controller. Learning how to just kind of point clip, literally. I mean, it hits. I mean, it's hitting 45 to the body. Which you guys can't see here. Hold on. Where's my damage? Here we go. Turn my damage numbers on for a second. 48, 44 to the body. Like, that's... It's hitting. 48, 48, 44, 48, 96 headshot. So, if you hear a wingman, watch your head. Especially with the skull piercer. Here, I can take the skull piercer off. $72 headshot. So, skull piercer on, 96 headshot. Skull piercer off, 72. So that's still, and it's still 40, 48, 45 to the body. So that's gonna be nuts. Oh yeah, dude. The Wingman 2, when we played arenas yesterday, it was on sale. So what we read with the arenas, with the guns being on sale, because they really want you to try to use new guns, and that's also why when you play arenas, you can't use the same gun. Like, once you use a gun, you can't use it again. And that's definitely with them trying to get you to utilize other weapons and, you know, see really what each gun has to offer. Which I think is great, because it really forces you to get out of your comfort zone and not be so stagnant, and in turn, I think that makes everything more fun when you're basically kind of being told, like, hey, don't use that again. You're fine on that one. Try this one. Which I think is really awesome. So again, with the grenade, so I hit him with it, takes a couple seconds to go off. Again, I can throw it on the ground. Does it again. Takes a couple seconds. And that's the 25 that they said that it'll hit. So it hit for 25 off the ground. And then if you hit him, stuck him with it, it'll hit for the extra 25 after the fact, but you're still doing whatever damage you're doing to the body. So it's 40 to the body, and an extra 25 after that. So that's a bow. And then, yeah, triple take is back in the care pack. Shoots super fast. So that's that. Anything else? PK's still in there. What did they say? Devotion. I'll show you the Devo real quick. Real quick, and then we'll hop into arenas. So they did buff her across the board. Ooh, that's gonna be gross. They mentioned the barrel stabilizer too. Let's throw that on. Ew. Oh yeah, she's gross. She's gross. Ugh. I love it.